If location is the name of the game in real estate, then it's time to leave the Inner Harbor. Not the human residents, though. Alex Demetrick reports it's time Oyster started moving.
As spring heads towards summer, it's time for oysters raised by volunteers in the Inner Harbor to move. It's a process that started last summer when oyster larvae raised in the lab attached to clean, empty shells, becoming tiny little spots called spat. When big enough, they went into cages last fall and were lowered into the Inner Harbor by volunteers. It's called oyster gardening.
We'll tend to the oyster cages, clear up any debris, and just make sure that they have a healthy environment to grow.
And grow they did in water too polluted for people to swim in.
Like to see life in the harbor, the misconception that there isn't life in the harbor, but it's been great.
Just like the rest of us, the oysters caught a break from the weather this past winter.
They look like they're doing really well. We've had a lot of success, and because of the mild winter, a lot of survival rate. The survival rate's really high, so looking good.
And you can actually count it.
Yes, exactly. 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot on this one shell.
The volunteers that grew out these oysters came from waterfront businesses like BGE and Brown Advisory, although the program extends to service organizations and even school kids. But the oysters all end up in the same place, past the Key Bridge to a sanctuary reef off Carroll Island in the outer harbor. They'll be off limits to fishing, but not to filtering water, up to 50 gallons per day per oyster. Alex Demetrick, WJZ Eyewitness News.
The Inner Harbor is only one of dozens of locations around the bay where people are tending oyster gardens.